Hey guys, welcome to the arcade and thank you very much for joining me today. It has been a while since I was last making a video. Just haven't been feeling the greatest. Things have just cropped up and I do apologise for that. But I have been doing a few things in the arcade and wanted to, I suppose, share a few things over the next couple of videos with it. The first is this here. Now I'll flick the camera around so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So here's what I'm talking about here, and it is my arcade racer. So I've done a fair bit to it since I first built it, I guess. The first thing I did was, well, when it was first built, it was built using a Raspberry Pi 4 as its core, which worked really well. I was able to get a fair amount of decent games running through it, sort of older ones, 80s and things like that, like Outrun, as you sort of would expect. But it was starting to hit physical limitations and what have you with some of the games that were running. So what I have done, hopefully you'll be able to sort of see a wee bit there. So just underneath there is the new heart of the machine, and it's an old Dell Optiplex. Picked it up off Amazon for I think 65 quid, and it's running it's running Batocera here. So excuse the theme that I've got running on it, but I've been able to sit and go through a number of different games and get them configured. So if I go into favorites where I've got sort of all the configured games stored. So at the moment, these are all the games that I have running without issue. So if you can see there, you've got 18 Wheeler, Ace Driver Victory Lap, Chase HQ, Crazy Taxi, which is always a favorite, Daytona USA 2. I've got GTI Club now working, which is really cool. That's the Mario Kart Arcade GP2. I'm not entirely sure of the full name. So we've got your classics like Outrun, Outrunners, Radmobile, Radical Bikers, which I've stuck on there as I really like the game. It's not really great for a wheel, but you know it works okay. And then this is really cool. I have Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer 2 now working along with Scud Race, Sega Rally 2, Turbo Outrun, and Virtual Racing. So the Ridge Racers, I put out a video on TikTok, I think it was, just ages and ages ago, basically saying I could not get this thing running. I could open the game, but for the life of me, I could not get it to recognize the pedals, and that was really annoying me because I could control it using the buttons on the wheel, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be a proper sort of arcade racer. So I called out on people for help, and some people gave me a couple of pointers in various directions. They didn't work. The game would just never pick up the pedals, either the left or right one. I just could not get it working. And then a couple of days ago, I decided to have a little look, see if any of the DIY machines needed updated. So what I did was I updated the RetroPie here. This one here is running off a Raspberry Pi 5 on Batocera, so it needed updated. And then of course we've got the hello, come back. Where are you going? And then, of course, the racer is working off Batocera as well. So, updated all of those. The funny thing was, what I usually tend to do with these types of updates is I'll go through certain games that didn't work for me and see if the new updates have added any compatibility with the cores and what have we. And what I found was that Ridge Racer started working straight away, which was fantastic, and would take the input from the pedals. So all I did was reconfigure the buttons for accelerate and brake to the pedals at my feet, and it has been working great. Now that's opened up a few other games as well. So Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer 2 were the ones I was having issues with. Ace Driver didn't work for me. It wouldn't load at all with the new update of Batocera, so I'm running off version 40 now. That has allowed me to run Ace Driver, has allowed virtual racing to work as well, so I am really pleased with that. It's definitely... I would always try and push... Oh, GTI Club. GTI Club didn't work either. It started working with the new version of Batocera as well. So I'm really pleased. So what I'd like to do is probably go through and just maybe show a bit of gameplay of some of the games that we now have working, because the Racer is it's come a long way since the days of when we first created it with the Raspberry Pi. Like I say, it was only really working. Outrun Daytona USA would work on the, not the Saturn version, the Dreamcast version. But I'm really pleased with some of the games that now run on it. So we'll set up and show you some stuff here. Yeah. So hopefully you should still be able to see me in this shot. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll jump into a couple of games and show you it running, because I'm really happy with how things have gone with this one. So the first one, Ridge Racer, we'll just jump straight into there. Ridge Racer. And we'll key in 2 coins. And away we go. Not a great start there, but we're going well here. It's a game I've really wanted to get working on here, because I really liked the idea of having a Ridge Racer machine. And oh dear, sorry mate. And when Arcade 1UP announced their Ridge Racer cabinet, I was like, I really want to get my hands on that. Now that's never come over to the UK, which is really annoying, because I think it would have sold well. Unfortunately, neither of the neither of the driving games actually came over to the UK. Either the Outrun machine or the Ridge Racer. So I was fairly disappointed, and when I decided to build my own, Ridge Racer was the game that I had in my head that I really wanted to get working. Obviously, it would have been great to get Outrun and things like that, which are working. But yeah, now that I'm able to get both Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer 2 working on this, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, Ridge Racer 2 is kind of the exact same game. I mean, the first track is pretty much it is the same. I mean, jumping into it, I can show you straight away that there's no difference between Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer 2, at least on the first track. It's up to your own preference which one you kind of want. In we go. We'll just keep her on automatic, and away we go here. 3, 2, 1. Couple of graphical glitches. You can see there the countdown isn't working. So, caught me off guard. Damn. Engine trouble? No. So you can see it's the exact same track, for the first one at least. It's just, yeah, it's down to your preference. Maybe the controls are a little bit more responsive. That didn't work too well. What have I dropped? No! Things are falling around me. This isn't going well. I'm not the greatest of arcade drivers, but I do love these games. You can definitely drift a little bit more in the second one, which is something I really like, because if you can get it just right, you can sort of tap the brake, and that's not what you're meant to do. Nope. Let me try again. If you just tap the brake, oh my god, I'm editing that bit out. Now here's a game I did not think I was going to ever get working. It was Virtual Racing. Now this is the first game I remember being a big arcade racer machine sitting in the local arcade. It was definitely one that I sort of gravitated towards, because if I remember correctly, it kind of looked in the shape of a race car. and I remember those big 4 flashing buttons for the different views. My dad would have played it. I think yes, exactly. My dad would have played it, and I reckon I did as well. Oh wow, it's really loud. Hopefully the microphone's okay here. Here we go. Go, go, go. I always thought this was just fantastic. It really, like, if you can imagine this being like early 90s, I suppose, this just looked absolutely incredible. This was years before Daytona or anything like that. There we go. Come on, keep her going, that's you. You fucking beauty. Sometimes hard to see where the track is going, but that's what you have to deal with. Fucking beautiful. And the fact that I now have this working in a home arcade, that is fantastic. Now the racer's always been a kind of draw when anyone comes over, and I just keep wanting to add different games to it. Like, everybody's played Outrun and Outrunners and Turbo Outrun. That's all great. People enjoy that, and that's fine. I wanted to give a bit more flavour, and I'm able to do that now with these new updates. Like, it has been the latest Batocera update has really helped me out. Like, I honestly don't know what is responsible for it. Whether it's the stabilization of the new cores that they've added, if it's more config that they've added with the compatibility for the wheels. Certainly it's probably a combination of the two that's allowed me to get the games like Ridge Racer and this running. I'm really happy that I've been able to add these games to the collection, as well as the ones like Ace Driver and things like that. It's just a bit more variety that people can sit down and select what game they want to play. Obviously, oh wow, I need to go through and do a little bit of config. I lost her. No, get back on. Damn it. Oh. Obviously, I still need to do a little bit of config when it comes to the various controls, but all these games that I have here listed in the favourites are all working. Now, I don't have them working in regards to the stick shift. That is the sort of come later. I will get that all configured as I go through. Really what I want is to have all of these playable in some form, and that's exactly what I've got now. I really can't say better things about Batocera. The compatibility that they've been added for, it's plug and play for a lot of different wheels. They have a big list. I will try and get that list added to the comments so you can have a look at a load of Thrustmaster ones and Logitech and what have you. It's really just plug it in and it will map it as best it can. Now, there are certain games that you will have to go in and do a little bit of manual config, but that's fine. It's not a lot that you need to do. Basically, for most of these games, for me, it was map accelerate to the right pedal, map brake to the left pedal, and that's all I've really had to do. But that's one thing that I've been up to in the arcade. So while things haven't really been happening out in the world of home arcades, you know, in regards to Arcade 1-Up, especially with stuff over in the UK. Now, there are things that are going along, and there's been a few announcements in the past few weeks that I wanted to sort of comment on, but haven't really had a chance. I haven't been in a fit state to be able to. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, we'll be able to get a few more videos done and out to you guys, because I still want to be able to sort of show the things that we've been doing here. And if I can do this, anybody can. That machine, like, it cost me 200 quid to build all in all. And if you sort of look at what it is, you've got a numbskull steering wheel that I picked up for, I think it was 50 quid at the time, but you could probably get a wee bit cheaper. That TV was a throwaway on Gumtree. The table I got off Amazon, and the chair was from a breaker's yard. I mean, and I've just put this all together. Probably the most expensive thing that I've got on this now was the PC, which was 65 quid. The rest of the stuff has been, you know, grabbed from various places. It's like, it took me a little while to put it together, but it's built on the cheap, and it works really well. I am so happy with how this plays, and when people come over, they do just sit and go through it. It's not complicated to set up. It's not complicated to play. It's very much just sit down, select the game that you want, and it becomes instinct. The only thing that really changes is sometimes the insert coin button changes from select to start, but that's it. It is very basic. You've got the wheel, you've got the pedals, you know how to play a racing game. So these games are very accessible, which is probably why it's such a draw when people are around here. But anyway, guys, I've talked the hind legs off you for now. Thank you very much for sticking through for me here. If you have any questions about the setup or the config that I've done here, please drop me a line in the comments, and I'll be very pleased to answer you. Anyway, guys, thanks for now. See you later. I had gesture controls on, and the wave cut off. So, yeah, bye-bye, guys. I'll not wave because it'll stop recording. How do I deactivate the gestures on this? Bye-bye.